Alright, hello YouTube. So in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing exactly how I try to min-max and optimize speeding the battle pass. Today is Monday, January the 10th, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do so that I can be able to get as much of the missions finished in a single day. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to put the timer here in a second so that I can show you how much time it takes for me to complete the daily missions. Only one of them I will not complete for now, which I will save for a little bit later in the video, which is the 150 original resin. So let's go ahead and do our daily commissions and go mining. So without further ado, let's go ahead and put it the timer right now and go. So first, I'll do this one for last. This will of course vary depending on the type of commissions that you get. Some of them might be easy, some of them might be all grouped up together, you know? So I have them all kind of scatter around, and some of them aren't exactly fully in my control to just speed run all the way. But in a second I'll go ahead and speed up the video so that you guys don't have to go through all of the actual time of me doing the commissions here. Okay, so here we have just completed all of our commissions um, that we have. Took me about estimately 6 minutes. Oh, I just noticed the timer looks uh, kind of uneven. Let's fix that. There we go, much better. So anyways, yeah, we already did our commissions. Next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is to do the mission that involves mining for 10 items. There are two ways that we can go ahead and about doing this, doing the mining the normal way, or you can also go into one of the mines here in Liyuan, and you can just collect ore from the little like glittering shiny spots. And we can find items hidden. Let's just go there real quickly. Fly down. And the house down there, where we're heading to, we're gonna find a few spots there where you can go ahead and get some of those mines. Basically, this entire area has a bunch of mines, so you can get the mining done pretty quickly here. I can recommend to use either Ningguang or Racer so that you can mine faster, due to their abilities to be able to have much easier time farming. So if you go down here and you see the little spot down here, here it tells you that you can. Oh, okay, gotta beat some. Okay, so now that we took care of that, so here in the little shiny spot, if we open the battle pass right now, and you see that we have it at 0 right now, if I were to click on here and get the chunks, then here it will count for the mining of the items. So since we're over here, let's go ahead and mine a few of the little ores around here. Now I would highly recommend farming these chunks here, the iron chunks. They're the ones that are easiest to farm with a claymore user. Just a swing of the greatsword, and you're able to get the materials as fast as that. We have farmed how many right now? We have farmed all 10 of them. Okay, we're good. So that's it for this part of the video. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut on, and we're gonna go to the next part, which is gonna be able to do the weekly missions, which I have several strategies as to how to maximize them. Alright, so next part we're gonna go ahead and do the weekly missions. Now keep in mind that this is not the end all be all ways of how to maximize doing these missions. This is just the way that I do them so that I can be able to get as much out of the battle pass in a single day. Of course, not everybody has to do this. Everyone can enjoy the game the way that they want, but I just like to do all of them at once in a single day if possible. So first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is that we're gonna go ahead and get out and clear the ones that are much easiest first, which is to cook the dishes and forge the items. I already have some items being forged since the day before on the weekend, so that way I can be able to just go ahead and claim them today. The cooked food is rather easy. Just go in there and just cook any dishes that you want. The one that I'm using right now for my little pouch is this rice here, the universal peas. Gotta cook a few of them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a different one. Let's go ahead and do the hash browns. Get 20 of those, or a combination of any items that you want, really. So I want some golden shrimp. And that's it. This is like super easy. Next up, we're gonna go over to the forging. Right now we are in Azuma, so we're gonna go to Anemo Smithy with the forger. I think his name is Hajime. So yeah, right now the mission for that, we are at 0 forged items. Like I said before, I already have some items being forged the weekend before the reset of the server. So here's an interesting topic for PC players. Once you click obtain and then you simultaneously click the escape button right before the animation finishes, then you can get this done rather quickly. You have to do some precise timing because if you click it too soon, then the screen altogether will exit from the Forger's menu, the interface, and you'll have to start the interaction with Hajime once again. So like that, you click obtain and then you click escape almost immediately right after, before the animation ends, so that you can go ahead and claim everything quickly, like that. Again, it will take a bit of time to practice, and that way you can be able to get that. So we get that done rather quickly, and now we have our 20 forged items. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead into our teapot and claim the coins, because you have to get, I think it's 1,000 currency, realm currency. You see that from the weekend. I usually claim them Mondays and Fridays, so that way I can be able to get the mission done right away. Also, something I like to do is that I like to go ahead and, oops, sorry, claim the transient resin, so I can use it throughout the week. And here we also have the creative furnishing. So just like with the forging, we can also do the same trick in which you click obtain and then escape almost right after, so that you can be able to get them much quicker. There we go. So we're claiming 5 of them, and right away I'm going to start putting another 5 items to start forging. Any really can work, but I should try to use the ones in which I have the most materials for. Yeah, there we go. So one way that we can speed up this process is that in the round depot, you can go ahead down here into furnishings and buy 5 of this vile adeptal speed, sorry. 5 of the vile adeptal speed. Those just cost you 10 each, so it's 50, not that expensive. So you can go into your furnishing and be able to get the items done right away. And with that being said, let's just go back to the Battle Pass menu for a second. And we already got both the Realm Currency and the Create and Furnishings missions done right away. Also, as a tip, I like to go ahead and leave some furnishings being made throughout the week, so I can go ahead and claim them the following week as well. And that's it for now. Alright, now, so after the last part, I know I didn't put the stopwatch to play because, let's be serious, that can be done, although we did in just like 3 to 5 minutes, or even less. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue on with the next part, which is to do the commissions, I'm sorry, the bounties and the requests. So I'm gonna put the timer right now as soon as I exit talking to this guy, Jakube, in the Kamisato estate. But first, let's go ahead and start with the request. And I'm gonna put the timer right now. Okay, so in here now we're gonna go ahead and do the bounties, which again the time may differ depending on what their vulnerabilities are and what kind of teams you have. We should try to go for the highest one. This one is invulnerable to Electro, but has a lower decreased pyro damage. Let's go ahead and go there. Alright, and so with that we basically complete with the bounties and the requests, which took me approximately 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Almost 11 minutes. But again, this will all depend on what kind of teams you have built, of course. Not everyone will have the same kind of teams. So the way that I did it won't exactly be the same time as anybody else would do it. Alright, now, so the next thing that we're going to do in the weekly missions, I'm going to go ahead and do the defeat boss 10 times, as well as do the Trounce domains. Now, here's an interesting thing to know. If you do the Trounce domains, you know, the weekly bosses, Azaha, Child, Signora, and Storm Terror, or Dvalin, those will count towards the domain challenges. The same if you also do Spiral Abyss, if you complete each floor, or each chamber, sorry. Those also count towards the domain challenges, which I will show you in a bit later. And as for the defeat boss 10 times, my recommendation is to go ahead and do mainly the Regisvines, since they do not move around as much as other bosses around. So it'd be much faster to be able to just kill them in a few kills and burst, and be done with that. Another boss that's kind of similar, but not the same, of course, at the same time, is the Mago Kenki, which has a lot of like real slow moments, which I'll show you in a second, so that you can also be able to speed up the time of finishing that that accomplishment. So let's go ahead and first do the Cryo Regisvine. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and change over to Hutel my Pyro DPS. And actually, since Bennett might be counterproductive, I'm going to switch over instead to have Klee here as the one to be able to... Actually, no. Let's go ahead and have Amber as the one who will be able to easily break the core of the Regisvine. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the timer. And go. That's one down.
兵糧のようにうなれ。それ。はっ、それ。目には目を。はい。吸引テスト開始。無我の境地。見切りました。安全距離確認。6308式。くらえ。粉々よ。それ。はい。燃えろ。みんながそばにいて。はい。よっ。はっ。よっ。よっ。はっ。よっ。燃えろ。はっ。やっ。わめきなさい。ひゅっ。逃げ道はあります。くらえ。吸引テスト開始。安全距離確認。裁きの雷。へい。みんなは俺が守る。超拡散警戒。決闘せよ。走行のオン。それ。よっ。はっ。それ。ジャッジメント。ここより弱滅の時。はっはっ。せっ。ふん。せっ。はっ。そこ。はっ。みんながそばにいてくれるわ。粉々よ。吸引テスト開始。6308式ユニット。吸。せえ。いや、逃げ道はあります。決闘せよ。はい。
Alright, so with that being said, we have reached about 16 minutes doing all of the bosses. 10 of them specifically. As we just repeat all 3 of them, we were able to get to 10 of them. Next up, we are going to go ahead and do the Transdomains. However, you don't need to do all of them separately, or the Dominator of Wolves, the big wolf from Mondstadt, Andreas. You could just do one of them repeatedly, and that would also get to the achievement. In my recommendation for this, I would suggest going with Tartaglia, Child, since I think he's the easiest one to defeat. Doesn't have as much of a gimmick like Signora does with the whole ice thing, and you gotta grab like butterflies in order to break the shell. He doesn't have such long animations or cutscenes like Ajaha, or the whole annoying wolf chasing around thing going on around. Or how Storm Terror, you have to like be able to wait to break the shield. If you have like Ganyu, then of course you could do it really fast. But if you don't have Ganyu like me, then you don't will be able to take advantage of the time in order to get it done quickly. So I think Child is the one who has the shortest in regards to no gimmick, no such long cutscenes, which you can skip here in this case, and it doesn't have the long range issue that you would have if you were going against Storm Terror. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset the stopwatch right now. Okay, so I've reset the stopwatch, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a good team here so that we can be able to defeat Child in the fastest manner possible. I'm gonna go with my team of Raiden, Sucrose, Bennett, and Eula. And as soon as we enter, I'm gonna put the timer. We're gonna go ahead and defeat Child 3 times. So with that being said, I'm gonna start here and put the timer right now. Alright, so something important that I forgot to mention at the beginning is that you can just go out of the domain without having to claim. And right now, once I go ahead, you'll go back here to the weekly missions. You'll notice that it has already completed. So you can go ahead and repeat this 3 times in a row without having to spend a single resin. And also, since counts as a domain challenge, this will also add up to the domain challenges mission as well. If we go back to the battle pass once again, you'll notice here in the domain challenges, it would have also added 1 up as well. So let's go ahead and keep doing this another 2 more times. Alright, so that being done, now we have completed 3 for the domain challenges, and we have done the 3 for the, where is it? Here, the trans domain challenge. It was approximately 8 minutes that it took us to complete this challenge in particular. Now the other ones that remain, they are kind of, you can do them in a day or not. Like if you have some things that you gotta level up, like characters or weapons, you can easily get the 500,000 Mora one done. The ley lines, if you didn't know, you can actually, just like how we did here with Child, you can beat the ley lines without having to claim them and spend resins. So if you just defeat the challenge, then you can easily be able to get this done. At least 6, since you have 2 types of ley lines, the moral ley line and the experience book ley lines per region. So that's 2 per region. We have 3 regions right now. So you can be able to accomplish a total of up to 6 of those. Here we're going to start with Mondstadt. Again, all of this, the timer depends on the, oops, I preset, here we go again. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it so that we can be able to complete this, these ley lines here right now. Let's go up here, and once we reach and start the challenge, then we're gonna go ahead and start the timer to see more or less how much time it will take for me to finish the ley line challenges. Alright, so here we go.
鎖を断ち切る。安全距離確認。6308。わめきなさい。はい。それ。はっ。それ。やっ。引くぞ。超拡散警戒。粉々よ。はい。
And if we see up here, we're gonna notice the ley line challenge has been also been added as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other ones as well. Alright, and with that being said, we have completed the 6 ley lines out of all of the regions. We go over to the Battle Pass menu. Here we will see that 6 ley line challenges have been completed. So if you have the resin to spend, then you could do a bunch of them, of course, in a day. But if you just do them once a day, all 6 of them, without spending any resin, then you can be able to complete this within a total of 4 days. 6 for 3 days, that's 18, plus the last 2 on the 4th day. Now, if you have extra resin to regenerate throughout the day, if you do all 160 resin, then maybe you can also speed this up to make it within 3 days instead. Right now, I only have 127 resin, which I do plan to use later to farm some talent book materials in Liyue. And since I plan to use all 160, that will give me a total of 8 domain challenge runs that will add up to the domain mission, which at the moment I only have up to 3 since I battle against Child. Also, like I mentioned before, you can also do Spiral Abyss. You can complete a few of the challenges over there so that you can be able to also go ahead and count up those domain challenges. I was going to just show very briefly to do one of the chambers so I can prove to you that this can add up to the domain challenges over here. So right now I got 3. I'm going to do floor 9, chamber 1. Just a quick setup there so that we can go ahead and do one of the chambers so that you can see that it adds up to the domains. Alright, so with that being done, now we have done at least one chamber. We used to have 4, now we have, I'm sorry, we used to have 3, now we have 4. So yeah, with that being said, those are the ones you can mostly do in a single day. Again, you can still do the resin if you have like maybe fragile resins, but I really wouldn't waste on that. The teapot one you can only buy from another player's Serenity Pot, only through the weekends on Saturdays and Sundays. So you cannot complete this on the first day of the week. So yeah, that's mostly what you can do in a single day. And again, of course, I'm gonna have to do the 150 original resin later throughout the day. And with that being said, that adds me up to 4 levels in a single day. Well, actually 5, once I do the original resin one. But yeah. Also, if you got any recommendations as to what else you could do so they can be able to optimize and speed up the process of doing the battle pass, leave me in the comment section below. Oh, with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to put some timestamps in the description. And if anything, feel free to watch my other videos. Also join me on Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Yamato the Senpai. I occasionally stream, not every single day, but when I do, you'll be notified if you follow me or follow me here on YouTube. So thank you very much once again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.